I have never wished for a better owner in baseball, and it's because he isn't a PR princess. Let's get into it.
And that's a base hit to left. Tolia. And back to base hit. Paul sends Gurriel back to the track, back to the wall.
If anyone wants to blame anyone for Jordan Montgomery being a Diamondback, you're talking to the guy that should be blamed. It's our biggest mistake this season from a talent standpoint.
Welcome back to the Touching Bases podcast. Subscribe if you're new here and a baseball fan, like at the end if you agree, and comment and share the video so I know I'm not alone on this topic. Thank you. The Arizona Diamondbacks. I lived in Arizona for a solid 4 years and loved it. The dry heat, sunny days, big city, but most of all, I love the baseball life atmosphere. Spring training every year, and although an outdated and needs renovations to Chase Field, which is still a debate with Maricopa County, the ownership of the newest franchise in baseball, besides the Tampa Bay Rays, is awesome. Ken Kendricks, a name only a rich person should have, publicly announced to the media and took full blame for the Diamondbacks playoff elimination for decisions by him and him alone to acquire the one and only Jordan Montgomery.
The best way I can say it, if anyone wants to blame anyone for Jordan Montgomery being a Diamondback, you're talking to the guy that should be blamed. Because I brought it to their attention. I pushed for it. They agreed to it. It wasn't in our game plan. You know, when he was signed right at the end of spring training. And looking back, in hindsight, a horrible decision, you know, to have invested that money in a guy that performed as poorly as he did. It's our biggest mistake this season from a talent standpoint. And I'm the perpetrator of that.
Now, for some, this could be controversial, but for me, this is an owner who has the courage and isn't afraid of judgment. Why should he? He owns a freaking team. Jordan was a late addition to the Diamondbacks and sadly put up a 6+ ERA and lost his spot in the rotation. With an 8-7 record and starting in 21 games, Monty, he put up a WAR of negative 1.4. Do you know how many games the D-backs were back in the playoff hunt? 1. If they simply did not sign him, they would be facing the Padres right now in Game 2 of the Wild Card Series. So at this point, you can say this is like hindsight. 2020 hindsight. Looking back, oh, you know now, but you didn't know before. You can Monday morning quarterback this all day. Yeah, true, but I'm salty that Jordan Montgomery claimed he didn't expect the humidity at Chase Field, and it caused him to perform bad. Humidity? Phoenix? In May? Through August? I'm pretty sure you put up your best numbers not only in Texas, but in St. Louis, where the average humidity is 72%. Humidity in Phoenix averages 11%. Also, you're getting paid $23.75 million this year to figure it out. But no. Instead, let's blame the weather, then blame your lack of spring training prep on your agent and fire your agent, Scott Boras, for your failure. And even Blake Snell, who said that that was absolutely ridiculous of him, who also had the same signing time and also same prep for the year and had the same agent. And he threw a no-hitter and posted a 3.12 ERA with a 2.1 WAR with a team that wasn't even close to the playoffs. Ken has every right to be angry, and instead of pulling a Seattle Mariners move and talk about how great the team is and gaslighting the city, who, by the way, is sick of your bullshit, he takes ownership of the move and calls it out that he will do better and make better moves and listen to his front office. This is a fan. This is a man who loves the game, who wants to win. This is what every team wants in ownership. This is one of the few that should be beloved by baseball. Not John Fisher, not John Stanton, not Jerry Reindorf. Ken Kendricks is one of the best owners in baseball, and I support him for being honest and true to his fans and continuing to build such an elite team with Corbin Carroll, with Ketel Marte, bringing in guys in trades that seem to pay off and trusting his front office. This is a team that I think anybody could get behind and really enjoy watching. Do you wish your team had Ken? Let me know in the comments. Later.